And I'll make him share it with us. Did you hear what Bob said?
Oh, history of Leesville? Cool. Thank you. I'll get this back to you. You'll find.
He's the admin on a Facebook page too. So if there's anything cool, we'll have him post it.
You sure? Yeah, I'll bring it anyway to next meeting. Thanks for
We
doing
are
that.
3 minutes late. Ruh-roh.
Yeah, I know. I was sitting here by my,
Ruh-roh.
on
Like
my
that.
thing. I had to sit here for 5 minutes in case you do go.
You had to?
Yeah.
You couldn't
Someone
have played,
twisted your arm?
couldn't have played something that Bob could play with you? Oh, gosh. Alrighty. Now she's got this chair being short again.
Mine was short too, I had a
Uh-huh.
I didn't change that one. I changed that one because that one goes like this.
I feel like a little kid at the candy cane.
On the side.
Where's the handle?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yay, that's much better. Thank you very much.
I just want to be able to see over it.
I know, I feel like I can't see past my knee.
Wonder if Victor will be showing up.
I don't know, I hope so. You know?
Yeah, I'd like to see him.
Yeah. Well, no, I wanted to talk to him about the Barton Cemetery. Hi, Catherine, are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
You're good to go, all right.
Yes, indeed.
How about you guys, you good to go?
You're ready.
Okay.
God, we're perky tonight.
We're real quick tonight. We're loaded for bear. All right, I see that we have a quorum established because all four of us are here. And I would like to call the meeting to order, please. All right. Let's see what's first on our agenda. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections to the agenda? Nope, there being none, is there a motion regarding the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. Any opposed? All in favor? Aye, motion carries. I can't tell. Now it is. Got it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Wow.
Didn't know I talked that loud. Okay. Going on to the minutes. Everyone have an opportunity to read the minutes?
Yeah.
Any additions, deletions, corrections to the minutes? No? I had two tiny ones. Catherine, on page 4, paragraph 1, I believe it should not be west, it should be east. And on the last paragraph on that page also, page 4, we're at, what did I write? I'm not even sure what I wrote. Anyways, page 5, paragraph 2. You listed the signs when we talked about redoing the QR code signs. They're not 5,000 each. I think they meant that it was 5,000 for all of them. Okay, very good. Is there a motion regarding the amended minutes?
Motion to amend the minutes from the previous agenda?
Thank you. Is there a second? Seconds it. Thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, on to item 4, communications and announcements. Straight up is the Dewey Park sign. Boys, you're up.
Good afternoon. We'd like to take one quick moment to introduce a new planner, principal planner that was hired. Gabe, if you want to.
Hello, good evening. Gabe Savini, I'm the new principal planner, come from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Some of my experience, was participant for the Union Printers Hill, very historic home that was there that they are looking to revitalize the area to be able to do. It was also part of Old Commerce City and Old North End, which are the historic portions of Colorado, City of Colorado Springs. So just bringing with the team, we hope to be able to bring some stuff forward over the next few months. But tonight, we're just going to give a brief update on some of the directions that have been in discussion. So,
Excellent.
to meet you.
All right. Did you say your name is Gabe?
Yes, sir. Gabe Savini,
And you're from Colorado?
Color Springs.
All right, excellent. Very good. Welcome. Welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to tell us about Dewey Park now?
Okay, yes, that's me, Azam again. So for Dewey Park sign, we got in touch with Public Works and they said they're working on it. We haven't heard back from them for any further updates, but they're aware and they're working on
Okay.
a new sign.
Well, at least that little bit is progress.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody have any questions about the Dewey Park site? No? Okay. Also, when you speak to them next, would you remind them that we want to put it along Ocean Avenue, not in the middle of the park where it's more vulnerable?
Yes, I got it.
If we put it right on Ocean Avenue, the people going to Hurricane Alley can stop and pay attention,
That is,
and maybe nobody will hit it with a baseball
that's something to be.
bat. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, how about item 4B, which is the Magnuson and the Andrews?
For both of them, we talked to,
Is your speaker on?
yes, it is.
Okay,
Is this better?
well, it's not for me.
For both of them, actually, we talked to CRA with Timothy Tack. He's the interim director at CRA.
Mhm.
And for Magnuson House, he stated that they suspended entertaining any letters of interest for Magnuson House until they determine what happens with Andrew's house. But he also mentioned that he's relaying that information to anybody who's asking questions regarding Magnuson House. And then as far as Andrew's house goes, we also, again, we talked to Mr. Tack, and he stated that since it's a privately owned property, that they cannot really require the owner to do anything, but he mentioned that the owner can do adaptive reuse on the site, and they are going through a process of revising their conceptual site plan and figuring out the cost that it will, or how much it would cost them. And so Mr. Tack said whenever he gets that information, obviously he'll get a better view of what will happen with the house, what the owner, or how the owner wishes to proceed.
Okay. For your information, the Historic Andrews House Committee is meeting with Tim Tack regularly.
Yeah.
So he is keeping that committee included in the information that he obtains. He's apparently been the only one that's been able to speak with the developer that owns that house. Unless you guys have had success speaking with him.
No, only with Mr. Tack.
Mhm. Okay, well, thank you very much for checking with the CRA director for us.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
I appreciate you giving them a call like that.
Yes,
Okay?
you're welcome.
Anything else? Anybody have any more questions? Any questions? No? Okay. How about item 4C, which is the Children's Schoolhouse Museum plaque and the bell?
So for the plaque and the bell, we contacted Executive Director, Ms. Miriam Naranjo. She's the Executive Director at the museum, and we also contacted the Director of Recreational and Cultural Services, Mr. Craig Clark, but we have not received any information from them. But we were able to confirm that the plaque, so we haven't received any information from them, but we were able to confirm that the plaque was located at the museum, but we couldn't confirm the bell was there. We tried to go back in time in pictures, but we couldn't confirm the bell was there. So I guess that's a question for me today. If I wanted to confirm with you if the bell is that you're interested in, was it in the tower of the museum, or which bell exactly it was, or where exactly it was?
Originally, it was in the bell tower, but for many years, it was located on a pedestal right in front of the building.
Mhm. It was located in the tower 100 years ago when it, it was functioning as a school. But when they converted it and rehabbed it, they put it on a pedestal. But then construction came and it disappeared. I suspect that it's in Public Works someplace. And the plaque that I'm talking about is not a plaque, it's a plaque, yes, the big one that we get, it's on the National Register.
Yes.
It's that plaque, you can't miss it. If they're tripping over at Public Works, they know exactly where it is.
That plaque is, you're talking about, it's on
It's on
a pole. Okay. It's about, big.
big, not little.
Yes.
The last place, I'm sorry,
Yes.
the last place you saw the bell was at Public Works?
Yeah, I tripped over it sitting outside of one of the garages out there at Public Works. You know who might know where it is? It's Andrew Mack.
Yeah.
Check with Andrew. Because I kinda like, Andrew, you need to keep track of where this bell is, please. You might know where it is. Hopefully it's in a safe place, not being melted down for its brass. Okay, questions? Anybody else? No, you're good? All right. Item 4D is the Cultural Center Monument sign.
Again, we contacted Mr. Craig Clark, but this time we did receive that, some information, we heard that from him. He said they are awaiting a PO number, so they're working on creating a purchasing order number for the base of the sign. Once that is completed, they will go ahead and contact the vendor and get the headboard of the sign completed.
Okay. So you're in contact with Craig Clark?
Yes.
Okay. We would like to be able to give input on the wording for that sign, please. So that we are accurate with the wording on that sign,
Okay.
okay? That would be important.
Got it.
Okay, so, is he saying that he found funding to buy such a sign? I mean, again, we're talking big sign, okay? He found the funding for it?
I'm not sure if funding is found in terms of the sign itself. So the base they're working on, but the sign itself is the next step.
Okay. Well, he's finding funding for the pole apparently, right? The pole that it's gonna sit on?
Yeah, that is being created right now. The purchasing order for that is being created. So they're working on creating the pole that it's gonna sit on. And then the next step, once that is completed, is to go after consuming a vendor or funding, or the next step would be to complete the sign itself, the board.
So he needs a purchase order or PO to start that process for funding.
As far as we know, they got the PO number for the post. I'm not sure what the process would be for the next step.
That should just be interdepartmentally because the pole, Public Works can do the pole.
Yes.
So that's an interdepartmental thing. I guess it's time for me to call Craig Clark. Find out what the scoop is. I mean, John says, yes, you call him.
If I may, not in reference to the monument sign, but Craig had come up with that, signage for the side of the cultural center.
The identification
Yeah.
sign, yeah.
What's the status of that? I mean,
It's there. Did you not see it?
No, I have not. It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Thank
there.
you.
Can't hardly miss it.
I came in this way. All right, thank you.
Yeah, when you leave, go out that way. It's not what I would have chosen. But
That is the
Craig,
board.
no, it's on the ground, which is what we asked him to
Okay,
do.
right.
That was what we asked him to do, so he did that much. It's not on the building, which was,
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okey dokey. Any questions about the, sign for the old high school? No?
I don't have a question about that, but I just wanna go back to, the schoolhouse, children's museum.
Mhm.
So, just since they weren't here, I know you're new to the city, but if you go back to Google Street View in 2018, you can see the bell tower and the bell in there. So that will give you an image of.
I'll double check, we went as far as 2016.
That's the, I think that's the pedestal that was in front of the building, yeah.
Oh, is that the? I thought the
Yeah,
bell was
no,
in
that
there.
was a
That was-
cement pedestal
Yeah.
they had for years, yeah.
Isn't that the bell?
That's the bell.
Okay, yeah,
Originally was in the actual bell tower of the school.
right, yeah. But I think if they were.
If you wanted to
where-
see.
Yeah, like what it looked like prior.
Yeah.
That post wasn't there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. That's just.
It's not little either,
Yes, okay, appreciate it, thank you.
it's pretty big. Okay, moving on. Old business. Anybody have old business? No? Okay, well, I actually have a new business. We were contacted by a researcher from Janus, Janus Research. They are doing a study on I-95, the section of I-95 in Palm Beach County. And landed upon the Barton Cemetery, which is on our local register. And in 2011, we didn't do it. We had students from FAU come up with a ground penetrating radar. And they went over the Barton Cemetery to see if there were any unmarked graves. And what we discovered was, the families that had buried loved ones in that cemetery had been burying them on top of each other. So there weren't any unmarked graves that we could find. It just, they put them on top of each other. But the bad thing is that the wall, the I-95 wall, kind of divided the cemetery. So part of the cemetery is on the I-95 side of, where the cemetery is. So 95 FDOT was supposed to have moved those graves up to the Sims Cemetery. But we're not certain that ever took place. So the Janus Research people are coming, I'm not sure when. I've invited them to attend Reverend James's community meeting, which he holds on the fourth Mondays of the month at the Carolyn Sims Center, so that they can come and speak with possible family members that have loved ones buried there at the cemetery. So I just wanted to share that with everybody, that that's kind of interesting that they're doing a study on the Palm Beach County section of I-95. I wonder what else they're looking at, so.
What is the major intent of that? Are they looking for utilities or?
I don't know yet. I don't know. Yeah, and until we find out, from them what the thrust of their focus is, I'm not sure what they're studying. I think because the Barton is on our local register of historic places, that it caught their attention. And so they read the report that Warren had written about the Barton. So that's interesting. I'll keep all of you informed when I find out what the date is. And anybody is welcome to attend the community meeting that Reverend Ames holds at the Carolyn Sims Center. I think this month is the 28th. Is that the last Monday?
What time is it usually?
Susan, is it 6 o'clock or 6:30?
I think it's 6.
6. Everyone's welcome to attend. Everyone, not just the people in that community. Any questions about the researchers coming? It's kind of, it'd be interesting to compare the two GPR reports. Whether the ground penetrating radar since 2011, I'm sure they've made improvements. So that's quite a few years, so I think it'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see what the results are.
When we were looking at the cemetery for the new artistic arch that they were putting in, I had ended up taking multiple surveys, some that I-95 had done prior to 95's construction, mapping out the different burial areas.
Really,
Yeah,
that would be probably information they'd be very interested in.
it's very interesting if you actually look into it.
Would you share that with me and with us?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they'd like to see it too. They might like to speak to you too,
I just overlaid the maps, so I didn't really dig into it past that, but it was an effort to bring enough information for the artistic arch. But, other than
How's that coming, by the way?
from what I understand, we can give you an update. However, I don't know exactly where they're at right now. I'm not sure if it's been actually installed. I know that their artist was working on.
Would you bring us back on the update, please, at
Yeah,
the next
we'll bring you
meeting?
back on that.
Okay, appreciate that, thank you. All right, so that's all I have for new business. Anybody else? We have other, and then we have comments by board members. Anybody wanna talk? No? Okay. We finally reached public comments. Anybody in the public would like to speak? Silly question.
See,
She's dressed for snow tonight.
Stole the tablecloth. It's freezing in here. Susan Oyer, Boynton Beach.
There we go, Susan Oyer, Boynton Beach, sorry. I'm officially very cold, so I stole the tablecloth for a few minutes. I just wanted to say thank you to the CRA board. They're gonna fund a historic planner. Thank you to the CRA board for putting $1.3 million in the budget for historic preservation. It's nice to see the CRA cares. And of course, the initial $300,000 they put in to put towards the Magnuson House. So I think it's worth sharing publicly that, CRA is stepping up. And that's what we need, and thank you to the City Commission, the CRA board for doing this. I hope this will continue a positive path forward so that the residents are getting what they want in the city and what they deserve, and what our city deserves as one of the old original cities in Palm Beach County, since we are over 120 years old. I will also throw out there that I talked to Commissioner Turpin in the past. We were founded in 1895, so this is our 130th year, and we should be doing a Founders Day event. And I had suggested doing it in the late fall when it actually cools off. Plus, we have our snowbirds here, who I think would appreciate a Founders Day. I had gotten the idea from the Kiwanis years ago. I was friends with the old secretary, and Kiwanis around the United States do Founders Day events with the cities and the historical societies and all the historical groups. And I really think that's something we should be doing at least every 5 years. And this is not the incorporation anniversary. The incorporation was a couple of years ago during COVID. This is the actual foundation. And the city had a massive, massive celebration for the 100th in 1995. And this would be something that this group, plus the historical society, plus, everyone else should jump on board. Let's do something positive. Let's have something positive coming out for our city. And this is a great way to recognize the fact we actually have a commission and a CRA board that gives a damn about history in our city right now. And obviously with what's going on with the Andrews House and the Magnuson House, the residents are riled up. So let's take advantage of it and let's embrace our city's wonderful, illustrious, way cool heritage, because so few cities are this old and we're one of the few. And I also think that maybe we should be looking at working with the other 100-plus-year-old cities like Hypoluxo, West Palm, Lantana, Delray's a year younger than us, and start seeing what we could do as a group. And I brought this up years ago to commissions that got nowhere,
But, if we were to start branding a tourist type thing as a reason to visit the old original cities and the old original places, maybe this is something we can put together with the other cities that are over 100, or in our case, 130 plus, and maybe start branding it out, as well as offering some kind of tourist option, and maybe making like, historic tours of Palm Beach County, and find at least one or two things in every city. And that's something you can get together with the tourist board. It seems like Kelly Smallridge might be on top of this too. That would be another feature that, they could show all these hedge fund billionaires as they are getting ready to move their companies down here. But let's show them, everyone thinks Florida, honest to God, I worked with history teachers that used to say, Florida has no history. I'm like, Florida's older than any other state in our country. There were people here long before anywhere else. We were renovating our state when the Pilgrims showed up. So why aren't we, embracing our heritage as a state and really going forward? We're about 500 plus years old as a state. And you saw almost no celebrations about that down here. So maybe we should be looking at doing something like this. So I'm just gonna throw that out and say thank you for your time. I'm going back to the igloo.
Susan, you brought to my attention the 250 thing.
Oh, yes, I did. Thank you. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you had a very good memory. So yes, I'm in DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution, and of course, America turns 250 next year. And they are doing, I know, we're 249, and they are doing events all over the United States. And they are encouraging America 250 Florida to start posting our events that we're gonna do in the different cities, historical societies, different groups in the state of Florida, and posting them on the DAR site and the official site for the 250th anniversary, and they're breaking it down by state. So if you know of any upcoming celebrations the city is doing, or any groups that you are aware of that are doing celebrations, Barb has the thing, I can get it to anyone who needs it. But let's start tacking on. City of Boca's already started announcing this. Hey, we're Boca, we're 100 this year, and guess what else we're doing? And we're older than you, Boca, so let's go ahead and start showing them up, and so maybe that's something this group could do as well as the Historical Society and anyone else. I would think the Women's Club would be on top of this too, and why don't we start getting multiple groups, Rotary lines all lined up and start coming up with something. I mean, the world's obviously at political odds, but that doesn't mean we all can't be safe like civilized people in our cities. And do something apolitical, but yet representing our state and our city. So, yeah.
Do you notice we have a new person?
Yes, I know.
Meet Gabe.
Hey Gabe, I'm Susan.
Gabe's from Colorado Springs, and guess what he is?
Is he our historic planner? You're officially the historic planner? Or are you just kind of tagging along?
I will clarify, I'm not the historic planner, that's just part of my background, and that's why I'm here tonight too.
We'll take it.
Interim,
We'll take it.
just to clarify.
We're taking it, trust me. I sat on this board for years, that's why I'm up here talking. So, I hope some of those ideas can be fruitful and multiply in people's heads, and let's start thinking how we can make our city look amazing. I'm tired of seeing bad stuff in the news all the time, when we do so many positive things here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Susan. All right, public comments. Announce the date of the next meeting. Do you guys have a date picked up?
We have an item to share or news to share with the board too.
Okay, go for it.
So, for the painting, for the History of Boynton Beach painting by Bernard.
Oh, the
by
mural,
Bernard Townsend,
yes, the Bernard mural.
We went to the church and we met with Pastor Bennett. We actually took a look at the painting and we talked to him. Our understanding is that the church does not mind relocating the painting. He also gave us the phone number of the painter's daughter. We gave her a call, we talked to her, And she also is in support of moving the painting to the women's club.
Yes. And the women of the women's club are so excited.
Yes.
They want it back so badly. All we need is the keys. If you guys can get me the keys, I'll put it there. Okay? It's only 14 feet long. But I know people with a truck.
Yeah.
And I also know an art expert that knows how to attach it to the wall properly. Because I don't think it was ever attached to the wall properly. And the artist's daughter is a dear friend, so. You're not telling me anything I don't know.
Yes.
Remember that.
Thank you for the update.
That's good, yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yes, it's still leaning up against the dining room table over there, I assume.
Yeah, in the room inside the church.
Mhm.
Well, I think it's the library. Or-
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
They're keeping it
that's what they
safe.
called it. So,
They're keeping it safe.
yeah,
And we're grateful to them for keeping it safe for us. Because that is part and parcel of that building. You know, that's why I fought so hard to get it back in there. Thank you for checking on that, though.
yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else have anything else?
How are the brochures coming out we talked about last
There
time?
you go.
For the brochures, we are aware that we need to, that this task is still pending. We have not explored all options. We still need to figure out how to consolidate all the brochures and how to go about this. We also need to look into budgeting for the brochures.
Truthfully, we don't need to consolidate the brochures.
Or how to go
have,
forward.
yeah, I mean, the information that's on the brochures can be included on the website.
Correct, that's another item for the QR codes to link to the website. That's also on the list.
Yeah, the brochures mostly just need to be updated and remove the name of the historic preservation planner that we have and his phone number and everything, and replace it with who, I assume it's Amanda wants to be called or contacted if people, because it's nice having those colorful brochures in the kiosks, because people will pick them up. And that's what we want them to do. We want them to be, read. So if we can update it with the contact information, that was the major malfunction, is that the contact information is outdated.
Yeah. Okay.
So that shouldn't be too hard.
Just to confirm, so we do not want to consolidate the brochures, we want to just update them, right?
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
I like the individual brochures, because each brochure was pertaining to something else. The other thing that Valentina had suggested was the one brochure that has pictures of houses that were examples of styles of architecture, that if we could identify the addresses or what those, yes, because they're just kind of random pictures without an identification beneath them of where they're located, in case anybody wanted to go drive by and take a look at them. So those two things, new contact information and identifying the houses. Thank you for bringing that up. Anybody have anything else?
And then I did have one more follow-up about the city website. I believe we were gonna work with IT to get the historic portion to not have the modern background.
Right, yeah, we're still working with them too on that one.
Yeah, we lost our IT guy, I guess, so they got a new IT guy, right?
We're working with the department, whoever is available, but yeah, we're still, we still have that on the list too.
Okay, it'd be nice if is there a map on the website of what things are on the local register that is easily identifiable with addresses and everything, locations and stuff?
Yes,
Okay, good. Then don't lose that one.
and we have it.
Okay. All right, anything else, anybody? Gabe, is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
I think I'm good.
You're good? Okay, we look forward to learning more about you and you and you. All right, if there are no objections, we'll stand adjourned. You want to talk about something?
The next meeting,
The next meeting, yeah, do you have a date for us, August something?
I think it's August 12th.
August 11th.
11th.
11th,
The first, second Monday of.
second Monday, August 11th.
If that works for you guys.
Well, right now it's super. Okay, anybody have anything else? No? Okay, so there are no objections, we stand adjourned. Don't lose this thing,
I'm about to.
okay?
Thanks, Mike.